Hi everyone, welcome to this week's edition, the first edition of the JL Quarantine Sessions. Each week you'll be receiving a video which will feature me, Dan and Miles. We'll be teaching you a fitness exercise, a circus exercise, and we'll also be sharing a circus video with you for you to have a look at, and then we can talk about that in the session. Each week you'll be led through by the three of us, and at the beginning we'll tell you what you need. So just take a few seconds to go and grab those things and come back again. This week you will need a wall, a bit of space around the wall, 3 juggling balls, and that is it. Okay, we're going to start with the fitness exercise this week. So we're going to use the wall here. All you're going to do for the first one is you're going to get your back against the wall. So I put my back against the wall here. You're going to drop your hips down. So you want your hips just above your knees. So from the side, if this was your knees, that would be your hips. Okay, just above them. And then you want your feet in front of your knees. So you're not putting a horrible pressure on your knees. You then want to push your stomach, use your stomach to push your lower back right into the wall. And then if you can get down a bit lower, do, okay? We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds, okay? After the 30 seconds, you should start to feel it in the tops of your legs here, all right? Great. Second exercise, you're gonna have one foot on the floor, nice and flat, planted down. The second foot's gonna go on the wall. You are then gonna find your balance, unlike me. You're gonna find your balance with your knee in front of you, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna think about squatting down, to put our hands on our hips. You're going to squat down, taking it backwards and towards the wall. You're going to feel like what you don't want is your knee going over this way. Okay, that's not putting a good pressure on you. So you think about the knee at the front kind of staying pretty much where it is. You're taking a squat back. We're going to do 10 of those. You're going to swap legs and you're going to do 10 on the other side. Okay, so always thinking about taking that knee back. You're trying to stabilize this front leg so it's not wobbling around either. So you're going straight down like that. 10 on your left, 10 on your right. That is this week's exercise from me. I'm going to hand you over to Miles for the next exercise.
Hello, thank you for that wonderful introduction, Kaveh. My name is Miles and I'm going to do a circus challenge of handstand top, trying to get the top over onto your hands while in handstand. There is a way to do this with one arm handstand, but I much prefer doing this way because it's so much more fun. I'm going to do it. Let's go. Okay, so first, check everything's fine. I'm just going to show you the trick and then I'm going to say afterwards, alright? So you're going to need the top. I'm placing the top on the floor and I'm standing about 4 of my footsteps away from the wall. I'm using a door at the moment, but make sure you use a wall. So, I've made little holes, I've got it open and ready, and I'm just going to begin. Here we go. Hands on the floor, they're wide. I'm going to put my hands in. 1. Done. Make sure you don't slip. The other. Done. And now, I'm going to try and go to one arm to get it up onto my head. One arm on the other side. And then, if you're ready, voila, you can do a handstand here. And you can come back down. Yeah! Done it! So, it's not too difficult. It's just, it does take a little while to work out how it works best for you. For me, it meant getting the holes ready, putting my hands in one by one, and then putting my weight over to one side, which even using handstands, you've got to keep a really tight body and everything sort of in a straight position. But with this, you can do what kind of works best for you. Obviously, trying to keep your core tight is best. Keep your arms straight. But feel free to move your legs about if that's what you need to get it sort of going. That was about my 5th time trying it. I love it. It doesn't get old. It's so fun. Obviously, having a baggier top is so much better. But yeah, make sure everyone knows you're doing this. do it against a wall, not a door, unless you really have to. And then in that case, let them know that you're doing it. You'd hate for someone to open the door and go, whoop. I mean, you would be fine. It would be the other person with the feet in the face. So, but yeah, please be careful, have fun. And I'm going to pass you over to Dan. Off you go, Dan.
Thank you, Miles, and away I go. What is up, guys? It's Dan, supporting a pretty fresh little onesie number for you guys. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you aren't going too cabin fever-esque in this new quarantine that we have got. But the nice thing about a new quarantine is that we get new JL Circus in quarantine. So, you know, it's not too bad, not too bad. As Kaveh explained at the beginning of the video, we're going to be doing a fitness exercise and a circus exercise. I'm going to explain my fitness exercise and I'm going to hand it back over to Kaveh for the first circus exercise. Okay, guys? Today, you are going to need a wall, preferably a very strong wall, preferably a wall that is inside your house. You don't want to be doing this outside your house. Bad weather at the moment. I mean, you don't need that, okay? We are going to be doing everybody's favourite of the fitness exercises, which is push-ups, okay? Because they make us nice and strong, and using a wall to do our push-ups is probably one of the easiest ways that we can do a push-up. So, let's talk about the technique to start. We want to step nice and close to a wall. We want to make sure that our hands are in line with our shoulders. We don't want them too high up, we don't want them too low down. So just in line with our shoulders. Here, we can take a step back until we have got straight arms, okay? And now this is like we're on a plank position, but just up against the wall. What we're then going to try and do is lean into the wall, take the weight into our arms and see how close to the wall we can go. If you can get this close, brilliant. That's what we want to see, okay? We are then going to push back, and that is one of our push-ups done. Now, the nice thing about doing it against the wall is that I can change the amount of weight that I'm putting into the wall by just stepping a little bit further back, okay? So now that I've got a bit more of my weight leaning against the wall as I go forward, it's even harder for me to do the push-up. Okay? One thing that I want to be thinking about as I'm doing my push-up is that I want my elbows to almost trace along my body, okay? Like this. I may have shown you that I was doing it a bit like this. These are slightly harder push-ups and they train different parts of our body, but we want to go along just like this. Just like this. Okay, if you have managed to do, say, 10 of those push-ups and they were really easy, perhaps you could try doing it just with one arm. Yeah. And maybe you can switch over to the other. Yeah. And again, we're always thinking about trying to trace our body along this part of our arm. So we're really trying to get it in this part. Maybe you might need a little bit of help with the other hand. You know, you can make it as easy or as hard as you want for yourselves. But that is my fitness exercise for you today, guys. Basically, find yourself a wall, lean against it, and do some push-ups. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. So, I'm going to hand you back to Kaveh now, who's going to go through our first circus exercise, and I'll see you in a little bit, all right? Bye!
Thank you, Dan, for that. We're going to move on now with the next circus exercise. You'll just need some juggling balls. If you haven't got juggling balls at home, that's totally fine. Grab a balloon, fill it with rice, tie a knot in it, get a second balloon, put the knot side of the balloon into the neck of the new balloon, so you feed it over the top. So you've got a balloon filled with rice inside another balloon. Tie a knot in a second balloon. That will suffice if you haven't got juggling balls. Cool. Take one juggling ball to start with, and you're just going to find a nice wall in your house with a bit of space on it. And all you're going to do is taking it in your right hand, you're going to throw it so it bumps about level with where your nose is on the wall. Yeah? So you're just throwing it, bouncing it off, and you're catching it in the other hand. So throw, catch. Shouldn't be too tricky. When you've got used to that, get two juggling balls and you're just going to go throw, catch. You can hear the bumps on the wall, right? Throw, catch, throw, catch. When you've got used to that, grab your third, take two in one hand, one in the other, and you're going to just then keep throwing. So you're going to go throw. For those of you that have not seen how to do a 3-ball cascade before, I'm not going to go into that here. You can see that in other videos. But basically, you're doing a 3-ball cascade against the wall. And what this does is it slows down your pattern. So it gives your brain more time to think. And it also looks really cool as well. So you've got that going on instead of just this. Yeah, so it's just an extra layer. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Over to Miles for the next exercise.
I want to try that trick that Kaveh just did. I'm going to try that later after I've done this. So my trick, are we ready for it? It is a balance, and then after a balance, we're going into basically using the wall to help us take our slippers off. Very productive. Productive circus, this is what it is. So I'm going to shuffle back so my head doesn't disappear. I'm going to be using this wall. All right? Now what we want to do, you want to get as close to the wall as possible. You could just shuffle yourself like that, as close to the wall. Nice. Once you're there, you're going to put your feet on the wall. Make sure you've got clean slippers. And you've got a bit of grip. And then what I would like you to do, one hand's going to go back to here. The other hand is just going to go flat on the floor on this side. And I want you to straighten one leg, bend the other. And then we're just going to rise off like so. If you're comfortable, put your hands on your hips. And see if you can go to, this is a shoulder balance. Yeah? From the shoulder balance, if you are on a wall like that, you can see if you can make some cool patterns against the wall. And then you can see, if you're ready, you're going to go back to the floor, to the wall. And I'm going to see if you can slowly slide yourself towards it. And see if we can do a shoulder balance against the wall. Now make sure you're being really slow and careful when you do this, and you've got a way you can get down again. So, you're pretty much as close to the wall as you can while being on your shoulder. My hands are just to the side like this. And now what I'd like you to try and do, just see if you can open your legs. I would like to see if you can try and take your slippers off and catch them in one hand if you're able to. And with the other, I'd like you to try and swap over. Voila. And done. And then we're going to come down. You can either, if you've got a floor, let yourself slide down. If you don't have a floor, you can put one knee down, going around your shoulder, and the other knee down. An alternative way of getting into this position is a reverse of that move. Yeah? Boom. So it'd be shoulder down, roll around, and up. Yeah. And this is another way to get out of it. Push against the wall, slide, and flop to the side. Anyway, with this move, please do have someone else in the room with you, just so they can make sure that you're okay, and if you need help, they can kind of slide you to the side so you come off safely. Yeah, have fun with it, just explore it, see what you can do, see if you can come up with something different that I haven't thought of. Enjoy. And I'm going to pass you on to Dan now. Dan, take it away.
That was awesome. Thanks so much for that, Miles. I hope you enjoyed the circus. This is our last circus exercise to try this week. And like all of the other exercises, you're going to do a wall and a ball, or some balled up socks. I'm pretty sure at this point you know how to make a ball out of socks. If you don't, check some of the before JL Circus in quarantine sessions to find out. My idea for wall ball fun today is the idea of trapping the ball in between different parts of your body, okay? Now, what I mean by trapping is something as simple as this. Just keeping it there with the pressure of your hand just on the ball, okay? Now we might just see if we can catch the ball as it drops down the wall. 1, 2. Uh-oh, I dropped it. That's why I'm saying we can try it. Okay? There's a few different things that we can do with that. We can change our hands as we go. We can see if we can throw it across the wall to change where we're having to go to. Okay? That's what we can do with our hands. But then we have this entire body to see and explore with. So maybe we could do it with our elbow, or our forearm, or our belly, Oh. Leg. No, not with the leg. With the leg. With the leg. With the leg. Okay. You may find yourself in some pretty uncomfortable situations and positions, but it's still quite a good fun game. And the nice thing about it is that then you could mix it all up and see if there are all of these cool places that you could throw and catch just on the wall. Fun one for everybody to try. Bum catch. Oh yeah, who doesn't love a bum catch? Okay, so there's plenty of things for you to explore and play around with that in the session later on this week. We will sort of be able to give you a chance to show each other the things that you've come up with. But yeah, a couple of things to think about. Make sure that you're not hitting the wall too hard, because sometimes the ball won't be there and you'll just hit your hand, okay? Make sure that you're using safe parts of your body, and if you are using a dangerous part, like maybe your head, that you are very careful about it, and that you're not just being like, boom, and headbutting a wall. Safety does come into it, okay, guys? Right, that's my circus exercise done for the week. I wanted to talk to you about the last part of these sessions that we've come up with this time round. We are going to challenge you to watch a circus video that one of us three feels quite passionate about. I've been given the chance to choose the first week's video, and it is a cracking juggling video by a chap called Wes Peden. Now, he is by far my favourite juggler, and he is one of the best jugglers in the world. He's going to do all sorts of crazy tricks with balls and clubs. And what I want you to look for in the video is what you like about it. Was there a specific prop or trick that you liked about it? Did you like the music that he used? Did you like the costume? There are all sorts of elements of the video that you could look at to see how you feel about them, and then you could maybe write just a couple of them down. I'm going to challenge you, while you are watching the video, to write down 3 words or phrases that come into your head when you watch the video, okay? Now, the video is going to be linked down in the description of this video, so it's just below, okay? It will be on YouTube, you'll be able to watch it. And yeah, we can maybe discuss those points that you come up with at the end of the sessions this week. So, that's my challenge to you, a little review of a brilliant circus video. I'm going to leave it here now. I'm going to go and chill. I'm just going to go and get into my onesie and, you know, enjoy the rest of my weekend. But I can't wait to see you guys in the videos this week. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Keep trying, keep having fun, keep loving your circus, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!